That would solve everyone's problems, wouldn't it? But they know, they're still desperate. I do believe she's going to announce a week from Saturday. I could be wrong. Every now and then I need to be wrong to give you a juxtaposition of when I'm right. But regardless of it, forget that this is even about Sarah Palin. This turnabout onto the voters, onto you, this is where the machines have realized. They've been very comfortable with you falling in line, no matter who the nominee is going to be and what the primary season brings us. They don't want you having a mind of your own. The left has it easy because left-wing grassroots people are zombies. And they used to point them in a direction and they go. The scary thing about Tea Partiers is that you have minds of your own and that you are not directed by the party. Barack Obama and whatever the DNC is doing is directing their zombie cadre. That we don't have that over here with the Tea Party. And that's why the machine. So the Democrats hate Tea Party because we're the sovereign and we've had enough. And the Republican machine hates Tea Party because you're completely independent. You're a threat to the entire system, as it should be. You will continue to be the target. So after hearing that, and I hope my analysis has helped you, your job, I think Ann and Laura know, and your job is to do two things. One, realize that certain whiny babies who need to pull up their diaper and take 2 Midol, they can call us in the morning after the inauguration. Secondly, don't be provoked. Defending Sarah Palin and advocating for her is one thing. Don't be provoked into being distracted. We have one job, and look, our one job, the end result is taking this country back from Obama. If it is an establishment nominee with the Republican Party, that will not happen. I want everybody who doesn't like Sarah Palin to do everything they can to get everybody else to run and to make their candidates be palatable. I'm not going to have another election season supporting Republicans and having to carry along Pepto-Bismol and a vomit bag. I've had it. That's not good enough. Conservatives and Christians deserve better. And you must operate on that theme because believing anything less is a brainwashing from the left. Why would you think you have to compromise when the left doesn't think it has to? Why would you think you don't get to have exactly the guy you want when the left gets exactly what they want? It's not blue dogs running the Democrat Party. Stand up for yourselves. But the best way to do that is to stay focused and organize with even more verve than you've ever organized before. And remember, just because someone's on television or on the radio doesn't mean they're better than you or know more than you or are the deciders or have any right to tell you what to do or are correct in what it is they're saying to you. Use it as a media as a great opportunity to collect a lot of information and then point and laugh if you need to. All right, so I think that's it. I think that's a big important lesson for what's coming up because now, as I see, it's one thing to support Palin. It's another thing for Tea Partiers, as we've seen. Everybody's doubling down. Everybody's doubling down on you. Don't be provoked. Whether it's a Hoffa thing, don't do an in-kind kind of approach. Don't let that infect you. Focus. Double down on your own commitment to getting rid of the establishment. That's what you need to do. And when it comes to your favorites, look, you will have probably tomorrow, Laura and Ann will say things that you love. Tomorrow you'll hear something from me that you hate, or maybe in the next hour. Keep certain people in media in perspective. I tell you all the time about Sarah Palin or whoever your favorite candidate is. They're going to disappoint you. But there is nothing, let me just end it with this. There is nothing wrong with you being happy and enthusiastic and optimistic and inspired. You finally deserve it after all this time. Conservatives in this country deserve to be optimistic, especially in this time and place. And for anybody else to tell you that you don't deserve to have a favorite or to fight for that favorite it's obscene. It's obscene to suggest that your only role in life is to get in line. Now, if that had worked, you would have a better argument. Not only is it pathetic and demoralizing, it doesn't work. That is the best argument here. The people involved in bringing us this condition today are the ones telling you to do it again. Yeah, they can give us some better option here. Because we know what's going to happen. Electability. What Ann doesn't do, of course, is describe what electability is. Well, according to the past, it looks like electability is having somebody who's not a conservative. Because you've got to appeal to that tiny minority section of liberals? What are they worried about? The illegal alien vote? Is that how Ronald Reagan got his landslide in 84? Not quite. So and they won't tell you what electability is. Electability is you don't want to be too extreme. In other words, actually conservative. You notice nobody in the field's really, Pawlenty tried it and fumbled on Obamacare. You think anybody's going to take on Rick Perry? Hope so. We will. Yeah. Because we do want somebody who can beat Obama, and it's not going to be a guy who's just like him. We've got one of those in the White House already. Yeah, so until somebody explains to you what electability is, I just did. It's gotten us this. So that's all. I think both Ann and Laura, who are smarty pantses, will appreciate the fact that I'm correct in this regard. Now, of course, as people go on and on and on, think, oh, they just didn't have the right person. Oh, McCain always made mistakes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Bushes. Yeah, starting up that. Ann and I were in the same place with 08. So disgusted with McCain, we're going to vote for Hillary. Ann's the one that stopped the George W. Bush Harriet Miers appointment to the Supreme Court. Ann started that. Ann was the first. Nobody was saying anything in the Republican Party against Harriet Miers. Ann started that. She gave everybody permission to say, wait a minute. No. Oh, yeah. It was certain conservatives trying to keep George W. Bush's liberalism at bay, but while they weren't looking, he spent us into oblivion and opened the door for Barack Hussein Obama and socialized health care. Fabulous! So with all due respect, and I say that seriously, their theory has failed. It's time for a new one. And get used to enthusiasm and optimism. It is the least you deserve, and it is based. And the reason these UT partiers are enthused is because you've got somebody who has been vetted, who has been proven, who has been watched every single breath she takes, has been watched for 3 freaking years. You bring on all this stuff. Bring on Jeb and Chris Christie. Get her in. Oh, and the other reason why they want her to announce right now, by the way, they want her on that stage and diminished with the rest of them, with Santorum and Gingrich and Bachmann. They know, and Pawlenty realizes now his mistake, focusing on spending all his money on the Ames straw poll. Bachmann doing what she did and then being completely upstaged by Perry on the day of the poll. Yeah, you don't necessarily need to do things by certain ritualistic rules. Iowa's a very important state. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you got to be smart about budgeting your time and your work. Oh, yeah, no, they would have loved for Perry to have gotten in earlier. Are you kidding? This is why they want people to announce it. Perry would have announced earlier. Maybe he could be gone with Pawlenty. Huh. You want her on that stage tonight with what, those 8 other people? Oh, yeah, this is going to be great. NBC and Politico. What could go wrong there? It's going to be another DNC commercial tonight. That's going to be fabulous. You know, it's funny because the fact that they're standing on that stage indicates that they're not as strategically smart as Sarah Palin. I know, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah.